Yes, Sava here from Football Heritage TV. I hope that everyone is well. So before I fly off for some sun and hopefully come back looking a little bit more tanned and more colour than I've got at the moment, there's a certain game going on tonight. Tottenham Hotspur away to Rangers. Now, the reason I'm smiling is because there's so much emphasis on this game now and the Southampton game. And let's be brutally honest, I mean, Ange must be in some sort of trouble. He's had the dreaded vote of confidence. Now, we all know in football terms, when somebody comes out and says, yeah, we're backing him, he's our man, it normally means 2 or 3 more bad results, and that could be the end. Now, will that be the end for Spurs? Lots of people think that Daniel Levy will pull the plug once we get further away from Champions League. He wants that Champions League revenue, and if you start going 10, 12, 15 points behind, then he may pull the plug. Other people are saying, well, no, he's here for the long term. This is a 5-year build. I don't know where we've made that up from, but this is a 5-year build, and he's going to be here for the foreseeable. But what I do know is this: lots of people were very arrogant after before the Galatasaray game, and said Spurs, they've kind of got a bye. You know, this is kind of a gimme. This is a gimme. It doesn't matter what happens tonight. Tottenham Hotspur can lose to Galatasaray. Fine. Those people who said that, we then played Roma, and we then didn't win that either. That now makes this trip to Glasgow Rangers, Ibrox, on a cold, wet Thursday night under the lights with a team that are very, very strong. It now makes this game really, really, really important, because lose this and all of a sudden the teams above us start to form a little bit of a gap. Now, the games we've got left, you would say that we should win both of them and we should sail through in the top 8. However, Tottenham Hotspur at the moment, lots of games this year we've said, oh, we should win that, Ipswich, we should win that, Bournemouth, we should win that, Leicester, we should win that, Palace, right, we should win that, Fulham, we should win that, Roma, and we haven't, we failed. Now, on the other side, you've got the Tottenham that beat Man City, the Tottenham that beat Man United, the Tottenham that win these types of games, but at the moment, you just don't know what you're going to get. And as somebody that said a lot, I feel like Spurs are very Jekyll and Hyde, I'm almost at the stage now where there is really no Jekyll and Hyde. We kind of seem to be just one way. At the moment, we're struggling to win games, we're struggling to defend, and that's only been compounded by the fact that Ben Davies, Romero and Van der Ven are all out injured. Now, my own personal opinion on this is that Ange was really, really naive and silly as always. Playing both Romero and Van der Ven against Chelsea just screamed ignorance, arrogance, if I'm going to be completely honest. When you had a fully fit Radu Dragusin that was not playing badly, that was ready to go. I'm not saying Radu Dragusin was excellent, but he wasn't playing badly. It wasn't really the worst part of our pitch, the centre halves. It was more midfield where we were struggling and the fullback areas. But he takes Dragusin out, puts Romero and Van der Ven in, and now they're both injured. Now look, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, the manager's injured both players. But when you look at it, the manager has contributed to this. So, what does this mean? Why am I talking about this? Well, it means tonight it looks like it's going to be Radu Dragusin and Archie Gray. Archie Gray, the 40 million, 30 million, whatever he costs, central midfielder from Leeds, who's a generational talent that never, ever actually plays in central midfield. So he's going to be playing centre half. You've got no Jed Spence because of another ridiculous decision by Ange to leave him out. So what do Tottenham do? Well, it's going to be Dragusin, it's going to be Gray, it's going to be Porro, and it's going to be a Dogi. It picks itself. So listen, I'm going to leave this there and ask you this. Do Rangers pile on the Spurs misery? Rangers aren't the greatest team in the world. They're third in the Scottish League, but Ibrox on a Thursday night under the lights, their crowd is going to be raucous. Their crowd is going to give one hell of an atmosphere. And can our players, who, other than the 2 Manchester games this season, have been atrocious away from home? So let me know your thoughts. For me, I'm going to go with a 2-2. I've been wrong on every prediction for the last 6 or 7 games because you just never know with Spurs. I'm going to go with 2-2. I think we need the win. I just can't see how we defend well enough. But let's see what he does. I think he's got to go quite strong. But we'll see what happens tonight. Let me know your score predictions, and I'll see you on the flip side. Plus, we can't pick up any more injuries going into the Southampton game. Take care, everyone, and as always, come on, you Spurs.